If it's hurting you, it's a big deal, regardless of what anyone has to say. This person is not benefiting your life, so why do you keep going back to them? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Natalie Nicole, and I hope you're having a great morning, evening, night, or whenever you're watching this video. Enjoy the rest of the video. So today I will be starting a new series on my YouTube channel called The Self-Love Chat with Nat. Yeah, so guys, get comfortable, grab some snacks, grab some tea. Today's tea we'll be drinking is green tea. Okay, so every episode we will be having a quote. This episode's quote is, "You shouldn't have to beg for anything you know you deserve." This quote is coming from We the Urban, an account that I love going on for inspirational quotes. So yeah, if y'all don't know, I currently am enrolled in college. It has been something. Like, okay y'all, my parents always tell me, oh, you turn into the people you surround yourself with, but like I never really believed them. Y'all, it's true. And it starts off like real slow. It'll be like, oh, I'm starting to pick up this person's mannerism. So yeah, be very mindful with the type of people that you surround yourself with. Because think about it, right? Why are you going to be around people who are completely different from who you are, who you want to be as a person? What are you gaining from being around those people? If there's no substance in a friendship, personally, I don't want it. In the past, I have held on to people who no longer serve or who no longer benefit my life. For example, right, from like 5 to like 13, like that age range, everyone's on the same path doing the same things. But I feel like after high school is where you really like start to see like the people who you might have hung out with before, like you guys don't have as much to talk about because now you guys aren't doing the same exact thing. Like instead of letting those connections go, I'm like, you know what, like we did have really good times and like really good experiences. You know, I really loved being around this person. Sometimes like people, they serve their purpose in our lives and then we kind of just, you know, have to, I don't know a better word, so move on. And that brings me into the topic of toxic people. With toxic people, as also with like people who like you have outgrown, you always look at the good versus looking at the situation as a whole and seeing that this person is not benefiting your life in any way. So why do you keep going back to them? And it's literally because they are the good moments in your brain. They are not the bad moments, which is not who they actually are. So what you're doing is you're making a false version of them in your brain. You're holding on to all the good moments without recognizing like that this person is not good for you or they're not benefiting you or helping you grow in any way. And you keep letting them back in your life because that's all you know. If all I know is my friends or like the people who I've been around my whole life, why am I gonna change that if I think that it's working? Because you've gotten used to the situation, you think that this is comfortable for you. You think that this is normal treatment. This is it. I'm not gonna find anyone that treats me better, so why am I gonna leave? If you keep letting these people back into your life over and over and over again, like you're basically showing them that it's okay. People treat you how you let them treat you. People will test you to see how much they can get from you. If you continue to allow these people to treat you in this way, it's not gonna change. You know, you might want to be like, oh, like one day this person might wake up and be like, oh, I'm not gonna treat her like this anymore. I'm gonna be like all the good times and all the good moments all the time. You are mistaken. Yeah, I had this experience one time, right? I was begging this person basically to treat me right and like they just never did. It's not that like you aren't good enough, they just didn't want to do that with you, and that is okay. But allowing them back into your life is ultimately going to just keep harming you. And if they've shown you over and over again that they don't care, that they keep harming you, why are you going to keep going back to someone who's not benefiting you in any way? Why are you gonna continuously suffer when you don't have to? Another thing that I've noticed, the toxic people always try to like breadcrumb you. So for example, right, you haven't talked to this person in like months, right? They'll text you, be like, hey, I miss you, just to see if you're still accessible, if they still have access to you. And if they still have access to you, they will take advantage. They'll be nice at first, and then they'll do whatever they did before. Okay, your life is a book, right? Multiple chapters, multiple pages. And if you keep letting these toxic people back into your life, like, you're not gonna turn to the next page. If you fear that like you might not meet anyone better, personally, I'd rather be alone than be disrespected continuously. There's so many people and there's so many more experiences that you have to experience in this life. And you could be blocking your blessings. Going back to this person 50 times could be blocking you from like the people you're really supposed to be around and the place you're really supposed to be in life. By letting them go, you're now turning a page. You're allowing yourself to grow. Because right now, going to that repeated cycle, you're not growing. You're not learning any lessons. You're just continuing a pattern that will ultimately lead to like not great things. I feel like people who like continuously put you in these bad places, make you feel bad, they aren't help you growing as a person, they don't love you. They could deeply care about you, but they don't love you. So I read this book called All About Love by Bell Hooks, and the definition of love, according to this book, is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. If you are constantly bringing me down and pulling me down and making me feel bad about myself, how is that love? You're not helping me grow as a person, so you don't love me. Based on my definition of love, like, they don't love you. I'm just putting that into perspective with you guys because like that has helped me let go of people who no longer serve this part of my life. But I also like to think about it as like, I try not to beat myself up for allowing the mistreatment to go on so long, because I treat it as like a lesson. Like, okay, maybe this had to happen for me to be able to learn this lesson in my life. Like, without them, I wouldn't have learned that I now need this in relationships, or I don't need that in friendships, or now like this is a non-negotiable in friendships. Like, I feel like everything can be seen as a lesson and a beautiful thing, because now you grow as a person and you learn a new lesson. In my opinion, I don't meet people for no reason. I feel like every person I've crossed paths with, I was meant to meet them and I was meant to like learn from them. When people show you who they are, believe them. And when people start trying to push your boundaries, it always starts off small. Always remember this, guys. It always starts off as small things. Another thing, guys, right? When trying to leave a toxic situation, some people like confide in people when I'm going through certain things, and some people would tell me like, oh, like that's really small, like you shouldn't let that affect you, or that's not that big of a deal. If something is hurting you and making you feel less than and breaking you down, I don't care if it's the smallest thing in the world. If it's hurting you, it's a big deal, regardless of what anyone has to say. That's why sometimes I like to keep things to myself and really evaluate it for myself, because if I tell everybody, everyone has a different opinion. Also, everyone has different things that hurt them. So it might not have hurt them if they were in that situation, but it's hurting you. So if something's hurting you and you have the option to exit, leave chat. Like, we just need to see things for how they are and not how we want them to go. Because at the end of the day, like, that person definitely could be a person you need them to be, but they're not that at this moment. And they might never be. I feel like, you know, it's better to just get up and find people who you want to be around, who love you, who embrace you, who help you grow as a person, and who make you feel safe. And most importantly, again, people who love you. Okay, but guys, sorry if that was all over the place. I recorded this twice and I did not have a script, so it's been a little journey. But guys, I hope you found this video informative and I hope you liked it. If you guys have any suggestions on what else you want to see on this series, please make sure to comment down below. I really just wanted to let y'all know that you are loved. I really genuinely love you guys so much, and I wanted to just let y'all know that you are strong and you got this. Okay, bye guys.